Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday morning and it is 59 degrees out here, which I'm actually enjoying. It's going to get into the high 60s today, and we may have a little bit of rain, so I'm looking forward to that because we actually do need some. I am Rachel, and I'm gardening for butterflies and for myself on the Alabama Gulf Coast in Zone 9A. This is going to be a short video because there's like hardly anything going on, but I'll show you what's happening. Well, I couldn't help myself. I had to start cutting back all the dead things. Cut them down to the ground. If things come back, great. If they don't, you know what? It's just going to be another opportunity to put something else cool in there. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm going to rearrange everything, take this circle garden out, and do something different. I do want to have a really great view through the trellis, but what I'm going to concentrate on is having a really pretty view from this guest bedroom window. We have been feeding a lot of birdies and they've been enjoying that. And this, I started to cut it back. This is Salvia leucantha. It was giant and it looks completely dead, but it's not. There are some little signs of life inside there. I think and there was a giant salvia there too, and also, you know, this Cecile Bruner. It's going to come back rose, climbing rose. But as you can see, this is rather sad right here. But y'all look, this native cut leaf coneflower is looking great even after being frozen. And what I have dreaded has happened with the Bog Garden. I have had an armadillo incursion, as you can see right here where this hole is, digging. So nothing is safe, not even this. The rocks didn't do anything to protect it. They just took a little longer to find it. I still got everything outside, and I've just been watering it. I had to water it last night because a lot of it was super dry. So everything's just kind of gathered out here. This stuff needs to be cut down. I don't think it's dead. This stuff has been super hardy. So I'm sure it's fine. And then I was going to show y'all the peas. They're not doing so great. But look at this. Wow. The fennel is coming back. It is just not, it has not been defeated. I'm probably just going to rip these peas out and start again. And you can see I still have not potted up the kale, but doesn't it look pretty? Don't you love those colors? I love the dew on it. Here I am manufacturing my own mosquitoes in these buckets right here. I should have watered stuff with that water. But everything in the potting shed is looking somewhat decent. I mean, it's not dead. Some of it's really limping along. Oh, but I was going to show y'all this. I put this together last week, and this door knocker here, his name of course is Aslan from the Chronicles of Narnia, and you remember that the White Witch turned everybody into stone, and so that's why she's there. Aslan's going to come and breathe on her and awaken her. I've just looked up the pronunciation of this plant, and the British say scaevola, but it's Fanflower, and I didn't know whether it was an annual or a perennial, but they said it is a perennial in zones 9 to 11, as I've discovered, because look how great it's doing. I mean, it's not as pretty as the pictures that you see online, because it doesn't have as many flowers, but you know, it's alive, and that's a miracle. And I planted some carrots in there with it, and all the carrots are doing really well, and I am so looking forward to their white blossoms. You may not remember how pathetic this was, but this is that sun patient. I've got 2 of them, and I cut them all the way down, and look, they are so resilient, already starting to come back. This sedum doesn't really seem to be doing as well as it was. It looks a little, I don't know if it's got too much water or not enough, because I can't stick my finger down in there and feel it. So I don't know if they need more water or less water. I'm not quite sure what to do about that. So I hope I can manage to keep it alive. So I'm just considering it to be a miracle that these cuttings, these passion flower vine cuttings, are still alive. I mean, just really, because I've never done them before, and some of them did die. But look, they're just limping along, and I'm so thankful. Mostly everything's doing well here. Some stuff I don't even know, I don't remember what it was, but look at this. Look, everything died off, but look, it's got some life at the base of it. So I'm going to be patient and not yank this stuff. And even over here, I've got these Amistad cuttings. And look at this, the leaves all fell off, but look at that. There is a tiny, tiny spark of life. Things really do want to live more than they want to die. I accidentally made kind of a standard of this coral nymph salvia because it was in another pot and it was kind of sideways. And so I trimmed it back and then I put it in here and cut off all the sideways blooms. And now, I mean, it's not, I mean, certainly not perfect, but isn't it cool how it's just kind of in a slight bit of a tree form? I have this one Desdemona Bloom and I have videoed it for 5 days in a row, and I'm going to show you that at the end. And here you can see, I'm pretty sure that's some poo. I found a couple of caterpillars on it. They were small, but they were eating the buds, and I don't know what they were, but I squished them, and I should remember to bring my glasses when I come out because I can't see very close up unless I've got my glasses on. And I smushed 2 of them. And here's my sweet spirit rose holding on for dear life. But I showed some coworkers my little video of those 2 blooms because I only have 1 of each, and they were just like, I don't think I've ever looked at one flower as much as you have done of those. But you know, when you only have 1, you really, really do cherish it. And for me, I never believed I could ever grow roses, ever. So when I have 1 bloom, I am ecstatic. Look at this, garden gates open. I did what you said, and I trimmed back all the stuff, and look how happy and healthy this yarrow is, or yarrow. I wish I could remember, but you know, I'll just say Achillea. I can pronounce that. I'm excited. I hope it'll actually flower now. But you know what? I mean, even if it doesn't flower, isn't it just pretty as it is? It's so ferny, and I don't want to give up on it. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep trying. But here's something I am giving up on. This pink mink. I actually ripped the top off of it because it just never did anything. I'm going to yank this out, clean this pot out, and put something that actually wants to live in it today. Thank y'all so much for joining me in my winter garden. Y'all can see we're just limping along here, but and there's so much to do. But you know what? I have found that gardeners are probably the most optimistic people I know, because we get setbacks and we might cry and fume and rail, but then we just think, oh, this is another opportunity for something good. And I love that about us. I hope y'all have a great week, and I can't wait to find out what's happening in your gardens. Bye, y'all.